Happy Wednesday, everybody. I'm Jason Laird from the Storm Tracker Weather Center with a quick afternoon weather update. Well, kind of gusty out there. We were talking yesterday how that cold front is going to be passing through the state today, and that's why those winds are so gusty right now. But don't worry, they're not going to last too terribly long, and this cold front seems to be a pretty dry one. So although we can't rule out a sporadic light shower across the state this afternoon, for the most part, we're staying relatively dry. Turning on the wind gust tracker again, we're going to see those winds about 20 to 30 mile-an-hour gusts expected for most of the state. Those winds are really going to start diminishing for central Montana tonight around 10, with the far eastern portions of Montana seeing a little bit heavier winds, about 30 to 40 toward Miles City. And then those winds moving out by Thursday morning, calming things down to your standard about 5 to 10. So not much in the way of winds. Again, just a quick moving cold front. It's out of the area very, very quickly this afternoon and this evening. Now, we still do have that flood concern pretty much all across the state. We're looking at areas, of course, right here into Marr County. We've seen some flooding in this area. This particular flooding is due to increased snow melt off of the mountains. Similar up here near Cut Bank into Glacier County. Now, the flooding along the High Line, the good news here is we're pretty much out, or all the snow up there, I should say, the snow pack is pretty much melted. So all the water up there has pretty much peaked out. So what that tells us is we're going to start seeing those water levels diminish slowly but surely this next week. So although they're still running pretty high at this particular point, they are going to start dying down and dropping in flood level over this next week. That does not mean, however, grounds are not going to remain saturated, because they're still going to be pretty darn saturated most of this week. Low temperatures across the board, looking at the 30s tonight, 33 here in Great Falls, Lewistown at about 30 degrees, 35 here in Helena. Tomorrow, another warm day as high pressure continues to build across the area. Looking at the 70s all up and down I-15, 70 in Cut Bank, 71 in Great Falls, 72 here in Helena, and 60s throughout the eastern plains. Now, as I told you, cold front moves through today. That's going to move out of the area very quickly, and then we're going to see high pressure rebuild over top of the state. This is going to usher up some beautiful weather for the remainder of our work week, pushing the 80-degree mark. That's right. However, we are tracking another system off of the west coast, the Pacific Ocean, another area of low pressure. That's going to bring our next chance of moisture Saturday night into Sunday. Here's how things are going to play out for us. So, breaking things down on the map, again, we've got this little system moving through today. That's the cold front right there. It's going to move on its way throughout the afternoon, pretty much making for clear skies by about 8 o'clock tomorrow morning for your Thursday. Notice this big ridge. Oh, yeah, that's high pressure. It's going to continue to move into the area. That's going to bring mostly clear skies across the state and beautiful conditions. We're looking at temperatures by Thursday, warming into the 70s again tomorrow, as you just saw, and pushing 80 by Saturday. But don't get too excited just yet, because this little guy off of the Pacific coast, this area of low pressure here, that's going to be our next weather maker. It's going to start making its way inland about Friday afternoon sometime, and then as that system continues to track our way, it's going to pull plenty of South Pacific moisture across the state, and that's going to bring our next chance of rain, looking at about Saturday night into Sunday morning, likely lasting up through about Tuesday. We'll break these weather systems down a little bit more in detail tonight, 5:30 and 10 o'clock. Hope to see you right here.